today we have the rare opportunity for a drive, and not just any drive, mind you, somewhat of a bucket list drive. See, while we do have the opportunity to review cars which are the fastest, the most luxurious, the most comfortable, the most spacious, this time around, there is a particular segment that I rarely or almost never get to take out, which is the commercial vehicle segment. So you can only imagine my excitement when VW Trucks and Buses Philippines gave us a call to cover their entire lineup and give us a test drive experience, plus driving lessons. Wait, these things are Matic, right?
No.
Oh, God. Stepping inside the single door entry bus, you'll notice right away that there is a ramp that comes out because there is a wheelchair placement here, which is nice. The bus doesn't lean, but at least there's a ramp. There is a single, as I mentioned, wheelchair position here that locks up. If you take that out, there's 3 available seats. Now this bus, when I first stepped in, it kind of reminds me of the buses from other countries, really, because it's well lit. There are bars that have hooks hanging so that you can hang on. The seats, they're leatherette, but they're pretty firm and comfortable. And then there's this, what do you call this, Jack?
Armrest.
An armrest. That's what it is. An armrest. What else would it be exactly? That you can put up and easily put down. Spacious enough to get your stuff in, to get you in and out of the automobile. No worries.
The automobile. This is not
bus. It's a bus, not an automobile. Very large windows, air vents up there, and then there's also monitors that face front and back, which can display anything and everything from, let's say, for example, bus routes or perhaps airport schedules or advertisements. Like this one for the AutoDeal app. The AutoDeal app is available on iOS and Android, and it's absolutely free. Get it on your phone and get all the information right at your fingertips, including getting you in touch with dealers nationwide to help you get the best car at the best price. Perhaps maybe even the best bus.
Truck deal. So how's the headroom?
Headroom? Are you kidding me? Look at this. I can't even reach the ceiling. Don't tell me I'm short, but look. Thought about headroom. Look at me. I'm standing. Look at this. Look. Give me the camera. You stand here. See? Even you can stand. You know how they say only the cool kids ever sat in the back? That's why I never sat in the back. Quick facts about this bus. It's about 9 meters long, or about 30 feet. And with regard to how many people can fit in here, you can fit 33 people inside this bus. Now, while this may be the cool person seats, it's not exactly where I want to be. I want to be in the driver's seat. Okay, that's a bit of a stretch. Oh, I need Pilates. Bam! Whew, I'm gonna open the window here because it's a bit warm. Man, there are enough switches in here to start World War IV. Underneath is a 3.8 liter Cummins. 4-cylinder diesel engine that produces 160 horses and 600 Newton meters of torque, made it to a ZF 5-speed manual transmission. It's a standard H in this car. You know what? I'd love to be able to take this bus out on the road, but it's just so long that I'm afraid I might clip something. And plus, I have to get used to the fact that the wheels are not below me. It's a little bit behind me. Wow. You have a huge speedometer in the center, tachometer to the left. I haven't seen one of those in a while, an analog one. Oil pressure, fuel gauge here on the right. Lots of lights. Plus, the wheels are not directly above me. They're actually even behind me, so you'd have to compensate by so much. I'm not sure I'm ready for that. Oh, and there's, like I said, your switches and buttons here directly in front of you, an upright steering wheel, and a large mirror to see everybody and everything happening. And a mirror so big, you can probably even ask it questions, such as, mirror, mirror on the bus, will the people watching subscribe to us?
Yes.
We're done with the bus. Let's move on with the trucks. Okay, this is not easy. Wow, you gotta be limber to be a bus driver. So these are the delivery series trucks from Volkswagen. You've got the 9170 and the 11180. 9 and 11. Not to be confused with the 911. Although I don't know how you'd confuse. That's like confusing Earl for Jack. Anyway, in terms of size, these are the delivery trucks from Volkswagen that are not too big. Can you imagine this is not too big? Does it get bigger? Oh yeah, it does. But it's also not too small, and it's plenty capable. So if you're looking for the delivery truck that's just right, these are the ones that you want to get. The delivery series is roughly the size of your flatbed Isuzu Elves, that is to say, a light-duty truck. These two rigs are equipped with a Cummins 3.8-liter four-cylinder diesel engine that makes 165 horses in the 9.170 and 175 horses in the 11.180, with 600 newton meters of torque all around. All of this is mated to an Eaton 6106 6-speed manual transmission. And if you've been paying attention, that's essentially the same setup as the bus, albeit there's one more gear in the transmission. Now, the difference between the 9 and the 11 is obviously the horsepower that we already mentioned, because there's 10 more in the 11. But the total length of the chassis here, you've got 14 feet in the 9, whereas the 11, it's 7 feet longer and totals 21 feet.
That's like an entire Caco length.
Why, yes. Yes, it is. Excuse me for a moment. Oh, I completely forgot to mention, all the trucks and the bus that you see here today are all equipped with air brakes, and I cannot wait to try it later. So excited. Sheesh.
What?
I'm so hip.
Oh my god.
I'm so baguettes. Getting inside, not a problem. Suspension on the seats, I like that. Getting into your proper driving position shouldn't be an issue. This should be, ooh, it's telescopic. That's better than some of the cars that we review. Tachometer, speedometer, aircon vents, place for a radio, but there isn't one here. Lots of switches. I like the fact that it's air conditioning, because these guys are on the road almost all day and they should be comfortable. Power windows, standard H or 6-speed, buttons more, seats 3 people, and then it's even got somewhat of a sunroof. Well, it's not a sunroof, more like an air roof, air wolf. I like it. Oh, there's even a 12-volt socket. How nice. These are the Constellation series trucks of VW, the largest in the fleet. You've got the, let me get this straight, yeah, the 14 robust, you've got the 17 rigid, and you've also got the 17 tractor. These guys are basically the hamana of the fleet. Yeah, and these are the trucks that are getting me super excited, because these are the largest offerings that VW has in the Philippines to date.
Whoa. You know, you look like an ant next to these things.
Yeah, well, you look like lunch to these guys. It starts off with a 4.5-liter four-cylinder diesel engine with 186 horsepower and 700 newton meters of torque, mated to a 6-speed Eaton transmission. But I'm just getting started here, because if you notice, the numbers start low. Here's 14, and then these two over here are 17. So bigger and bigger, and the bigger the number, the bigger the engine. If you guessed that, you'd be right. So the Constellation 17.280, whether the rigid or the tractor, will both get a 6.8-liter 6-cylinder diesel engine with up to 277 horsepower and 1,050 newton meters of torque. And the numbers only keep getting bigger from there, because these two trucks right here have a 9-speed gearbox. Yes, you heard me right. 9 gears. These two trucks right here are meant to haul butt, and tons of it. Oh, and these winglets right here on the side, it allows the truck to corner like it's on rails by going around the bend just on 3 wheels. It lifts itself and it turns on its side, much like a MotoGP rider, or our resident motorcycle enthusiast, Gino Rufino, faster than him on a Segway. Which, by the way, it's a segue to a Segway. Watch me kick the living crap out of Gino on a Segway motorcycle. The links are somewhere down below. By the way, believe that part. Don't believe about the part that truck can bend. Yeah, no,
Aw.
that doesn't happen.
Oh, really?
Well, I can make it happen.
Oh, no.
Damn. Whew.
Wait,
Lord of mercy.
I need a second.
What's wrong? Quickly, get Jack, Earl.
Huh?
Get Jack going up. Get Jack going up. Get Jack going up.
Get me going. Go.
Di- di- This is not rock climbing. If it were, you should have formed a figure 4 down there.
Okay, I think I'm good.
You
Yeah,
made it?
yeah.
You made
I
it?
can see.
Okay, this, not only when you sit, but it really feels powerful just by being up here, man. I mean, the gauges are huge. The steering wheel is huge. Please tell me that this is telescopic as well. How do you, there you go. Yeah, telescopic. Look at that. You can be a Chicano lowrider, or you can be a bus driver, any way that you want. You've got levers here that I don't really understand what it does. Power windows. You have a radio here, air controls. A standard H, but like this is a 9-gear car, or rather truck. So there is an extra lever here that you have to flip up to get to the higher gears, which I'm just assuming, by the way. I'm not really exactly sure. Headroom is, look at that, man. That's your headroom. Suspension, pretty darn good. You got a 12-volt socket here, lots of cubby holders. I don't see a 12-volt socket up there, but I mentioned that there is one there already. And then here in the back, this is where you can lay down and have a snooze after a long journey. It's just everything about this, even the side, look at the size of these side, but can we look at, oh God, don't start. Okay, look at the size of these mirrors, man. It's brick, look. It's bigger than my hand.
Oh, I've got something.
Yeah.
Show how big it is.
Yeah.
Can you reach for the glove box?
This is a trick. I can't, oh my God, I can't reach it. I think I strained my neck. Ow. Everything about this car is just screams big. I bet the horn sounds really big too.
What?
What?
It's like your voice, but in prime Arnold Schwarzenegger's body.
I don't sound like that.
You do.
Huh? Eh, look at the size of this visor. No matter how big it is, if I were to drive this, it still wouldn't do anything for me because I'm too short. Hassle. Story of my life. Yep. I think this is the one I want to drive, boys. Now, obviously, I don't know how to operate this thing because, like I mentioned, it has a 9-speed gearbox. But VW has given us the keys, so let's go pick up an instructor. And unfortunately, we have to limit ourselves to the compound here because I don't have a license and they figure I'm a liability. Do I look like a liability? Don't you dare answer that question. Not even you, Jack. Our instructor for today is Albert. Albert, game?
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing it. Wow, all right. Like I was saying, this is my very, very, very first time to drive something this large. In fact, there would be no other chance that I'd be able to drive a truck this large because I don't have the license for it. But I gotta tell you, that it is so easy to drive this thing. It is ridiculously easy. I am not having any issues whatsoever. It feels like I'm driving a just standard H automobile. I'll even stop here, shift into second. Whoa. Let's get some speed.
So gusto mo rin yung 5?
Abot tayo ng 5?
O, sige, sir. Tapos,
Saan yung 5?
dito, sir. Neutral mo muna, tapos taas mo to.
Neutral tapos taas.
O, sige, sir.
Taas.
Tapos, cambio ulit. 5.
5! I hit 5th gear! Tapos, kung babalik ako ng fourth gear,
Baba.
neutral, tapos baba yung switch.
Oo, sir. Baba.
Okay, so bagalan natin ng konti. 20 kilometers per hour. Neutral.
Baba.
Flip switch down. Fourth gear. Wow! Oh. Right. Off-roading in the big rig. Kaya natin yan?
Kaya, sir.
Wow! Sige, sabi ni Albert, kayang-kaya. Fight! Bam! Bam!
Botol, sir.
Pardon me, but do you have any Grey Poupon? Wow! Parking brake,
Yeah.
hila. Nah. Thank you.
Sige, sir.
Buhay ka pa. Kamay. Thank you.
Okay.
How do you like my parking job? Not bad, come on. Not bad at all. Thank you so much to VW Truck and Bus for allowing me to achieve one of the things that I have on my bucket list, which is driving a rig this big. It truly was an experience. And it's not as hard as it looks. Well, VW trucks make sure that it's not as hard as it looks because it was actually quite easy. It's much like driving your average stick shift automobile. If perhaps you're a business owner or perhaps you're an aspiring truck driver / wannabe owner, I implore you to head on over to our sister website, TruckDeal.com.ph, because just like AutoDeal, we'll help you find the best truck at the absolute best price. Before I go, there's one thing I want to say. This vehicle has helped me achieve driving the most torque-ridden vehicle I've ever driven in my life. More than a Ferrari, believe it or not. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay safe. I'll see you guys soon. Back to our normal programming.